Good morning students. Today we will discuss the topic monopolistic competition. In earlier videos we talk about the forms of markets, that mainly three forms that we discussed, that is perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic, and the one more that is oligopoly market. Okay. So perfect competition is that competition in which there are large number of sellers and buyers in the market, and product is homogeneous and price is also homogeneous. It means there is same price of same product. Okay, means all the seller, or we can say producer in the market, produce same type of goods. Okay, then we talk about the that monopoly market. So monopoly market is a market in which there is single seller and large number of buyers. As example, we can say in Indian Railway is the example of monopoly market, because there is no substitute, or we can say there is no other firms or company that is making rail. So only that railway department is only under fully government control. So government have monopoly over the railway. Okay. Now we will talk about the monopolistic competition. So what is the mainly basic difference between perfect competition? Basically take the both features, perfect competition and monopoly. So the difference is that there are large number of buyers and sellers in perfect competition and in monopolistic market also. But the product of each seller is different from that of others. So the main thing in monopolistic competition is that product is produced different from each producer. Means each producer is producing different unit from other. One company is producing Colgate, we can say toothpaste, Colgate. Okay, Colgate is a toothpaste, and the other is producing Cibaca, and the third one is Dabur. So the good is same, but product is different. Means that good is used for the same purpose, but there is different company and they have different type of product. Okay, for example, soap, we can say bathing soap like Lux, Nirma, Dove, Himalaya. Okay, there are many type of companies that are producing soap. So they have close substitute of each other. We can say they have different price of the good, like Colgate price increase, then people will start using Dabur toothpaste. So there is close substitute of goods. We have also substitute of goods in soap. In case of soap also, means we can use different type of product, like close substitute means tea and coffee. They are substitute of each other. If price of coffee increase, then people will start drinking tea, and if price of tea increase, then people will substitute coffee. Okay, so we can like Pepsi and Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up. Okay, so all these have close substitute. So all these type of product is the example of monopolistic market. So it is the form of market in which there are many buyers, large number of buyers in the market, and sellers also, large number of sellers of the commodity of the product, but product of each seller is different from that of other. Means product that is produced is different from other. Okay, so this is the monopolistic market. Okay, now we will talk about the features. What are the features of monopolistic market? So first is large number of buyers and sellers. Same feature is of perfect competition. When we talk about perfect competition features, then first is there are large number of buyers and sellers in the market. So same thing is there. There are large number of buyers and sellers of the commodity. But different is that each producer is producing different unit. But in perfect competition, all the seller, or we can say producer in the market, is producing homogeneous or similar goods. Okay, agriculture market is the example of perfect competition. Then product differentiation, main thing means product differentiation matlab different product. Each producer produced by different producer. Okay, so there is product differentiation in the market, means difference between the product. Then third is selling cost. Selling cost means the producer want to sell the commodity and he is bearing selling cost. It means that he is giving advertisement in the newspaper, magazine, TV. Okay, so that producer bear the cost of advertisement. That is called selling cost. To promote, to increase his selling, the producer give money to the TV channels, to the magazine producer, to the newspaper editors. Okay. So selling cost is bear in monopolistic competition, but this feature is missing in perfect competition and in monopoly market. In monopoly there is no selling cost, and in perfect competition also there is no selling cost, because products are similar but here are different. Means there are many type of toothpaste in the market, many type of soap in the market. So each producer want to promote his selling, and to promote his sale they give advertisement in the by different channels like TV, magazine, newspaper. So they bear the selling cost. This is called selling cost. To increase sale, to increase his product sale, the producer do advertisement. Okay, and the expenditure on the advertisement is called selling cost. Okay. Then downward sloping demand curve, as in monopoly market we discussed, demand curve is downward sloping. So the same is in monopolistic. We will draw the demand curve on O axis and OY. Okay. Here we will take the price. Here we will take the output. This is the demand curve in monopolistic competition. Okay, monopolistic competition, demand curve of monopolistic competition. So when price is high of the commodity, there is less output sold by the producer, or the buyers in the market purchase less amount of the good if the price of the commodity is high. But if price of the commodity decrease, then there is increasing amount of the commodity. Okay, means more sale of the commodity. So demand curve is downward sloping in monopolistic market. Why? Because each producer decide price according to his sale. Okay, means if the producer think that there is more selling of the commodity, then he will decrease the price, and if there is less sale of the commodity, then he will increase the price to compensate his expenditure on the commodity, or we can say cost on the commodity. The non-price competition, obviously there is no price competition in monopolistic market. There is no price competition between the product. As we can see, they have different price. In Lux soap have different price, like it is of 15 rupees, it is of 20, it is of 25, it is of 27. So they have their own price, different price. So they do not compete on the basis of price in the market. Okay, if producer is producing his own commodity and they decide his own price, they do not compete on the basis of the price of the commodity. So there is no price competition in the market in case of monopolistic competition. Then freedom of entry and exist. It means in monopolistic competition also there is an industry and the firm can enter and exist anytime. There is no restriction on the entry and exist of the firm. Okay. The lack of product mobility. Lack of product mobility means mobility means to move. Okay, as we see in case of perfect competition, that factor of production can move from one firm to another firm. But in monopolistic competition, there is lack of product mobility. Means product cannot be moved from one to another because they produce their own product and they have the patent right to produce that commodity. The lack of product knowledge, there are many type of soap, we can say many type of pen in the market, many type of notebooks in the market. Okay, so we have lack of product knowledge. We don't have proper knowledge about the product, that it is, if you want to use for example in winter you are using moisturize. Okay, so there are many type of moisturize in the market. We can say that Lakme, okay, Vaseline, Dove, Nivea. Okay, but we don't have any proper knowledge about the product, that which one is good and which one is rust. Okay, so we have lack of knowledge about the product. Okay, so there is lack of knowledge in the monopolistic market. So we have discussed about the monopolistic market. So basically what is monopolistic market? It is a form of market in which there are large number of buyers and sellers of a commodity, but different product is produced by different producer. Okay, and main features, large number of buyers and sellers, then product means different product is produced in the market, then selling cost, they bear the selling cost, downward sloping demand curve, non-price competition, do not compete on the basis of the price, different product have their own price, freedom of entry and exist, they can exist and entry in the industry, there is no restriction, lack of product mobility, product cannot move, the lack of product knowledge, we don't have knowledge about the product in the market. Okay, now we will discuss oligopoly. So what is oligopoly market? Oligopoly market is a market situation in which there are a few big firms, big firm means that are producing big commodities, big product, okay, and a large number of buyers. So for example, we can say, what is the example of oligopoly market? Maruti Suzuki, Ford, all these are Tata, all these are big firms in the market and they are producing, for example, cars. So there are only few number of firms in the market that are producing cars. Okay, so there are large number of buyers, means buyers are more than the firms. Okay, because there are big firm in the market and these firms are producing big commodity. So Ford, Maruti, Tata, all these are producing car and there are many buyers in the market of their commodity. So this is called oligopoly market in which there are only few firms. Okay. So now we will talk about the features of oligopoly market. So first is small number of firms, small numbers. There are only few firms in the market, means not large number of sellers. Producer, few firms we can say Maruti, Ford, Tata, Mahindra. Only few firms are there that are producing these cars and we can say automobiles. Then high degree of interdependence. High degree of interdependence means these firms depend on each other for their price and product competition. Because if one company is inventing a new type of product, then the other will also try to invent other type. If one firm is increasing the price of the commodity, then other firm will fear that if one firm increase the price of the commodity, then other will think that the rival firm will also increase the price. If one decrease the price, then the firm fear that rival firm also decrease the price of the commodity. Okay, so there is no price competition, but they dependent on each other. High degree of interdependence means if one firm increasing price or decreasing price or inventing any type of new product, then obviously that will impact the other commodity. For example, in India we can say that Maruti Suzuki is giving the cars at the cheap rate compared to other companies like Mahindra, Tata. Okay, so obviously that impact the other firms also. Why? Because buyers are producing more commodity of Maruti. Okay, like that in India we can see Desire, Swift, these type of car can be seen more compared to other cars, other firms car. Okay, so obviously if Maruti is taking any action to promote the sale of his product, then that will impact the selling of the other firms also. Okay, so they have interdependence of each other, because action of one firm is affecting the action of other firm also. Then formation of cartel. Obviously there are few firms in the market and they have competition with each other. So many times what happen, the firms, to avoid the competition, they form a cartel, means they make a group. Okay, and they decide price and product policy on the to form their group. So in group they increase their commodity or increase their sale. We can say OPEC, oil petroleum producing exporting countries have group cartel. Okay, then for entry barriers, obviously there are barriers, because each firm what that is producing, they take their patent. Okay, so by taking patent, the country is the firm is free that this type of product cannot be produced by any other firms. So there is entry of there is barrier on the entry of the firm. Then non-price competition. These firms do not compete on the basis of price, okay, but they compete on the basis of the product. Then not possible to determine demand curve. Obviously, demand curve, to decide the demand curve of the firm is not possible, because what happen, there are few firms in the market. Okay, so if one firm, for example, this is demand curve, and if one firm decides the price, okay, this is the price in the market, and one firm thinks to decrease the price, then the other will also decrease. Other firms in the market will also decrease the price, because action of one firm impact the other firms also. So because of that, other firm will also decrease the price, and because of that there will be change in the demand for the commodity. So it is not possible to determine the demand curve of these firms. Okay, so these are the features of oligopoly market, that is small number of firms, high degree of interdependence, formation of cartel, means to avoid competition they form it, they make their group. Entry barriers, there are barrier on the entry because firms have to take the patent and etc. So one firm that already have taken patent to make their product, they do not fear, and they don't have any fear about the entry of any other new firm. Then non-price competition, they do not compete on the basis of the price, but they compete on the basis of the product. Not possible to determine firm demand curve, because not fixed prices decide each firm action affect the other firms also. So it is not possible to determine the demand curve. Okay, so today we have discussed about the monopolistic and oligopoly. So mainly 4 types of market in your syllabus, that is given: perfect, monopoly, monopolistic and oligopoly. Okay, so students, watch the video and prepare this chapter for your post midterm test. If you face any problem, any doubt, you are free to ask. Thank you.